Top of the table, Arsenal FC 2. Bottom of the table, Wolves 2. What is going on with Arsenal FC? Let's get into it. So the game started off very well for Arsenal actually. They started very well, very comfortably. Bukayo Saka got the first goal and then they got the second goal, 2-0. It was very comfortable for Arsenal. And at that point they were really controlling the game. But for some reason, after they got the second goal, they decided to stay back, protect the two goals. This is Arsenal FC we're talking about. You guys are on top of the table. You guys are the favorites to win the EPL this year. What is going on with Arsenal? You are playing with a team that is at the bottom of the table. And after you get two goals, instead of you to keep slamming them, keep getting more goals. Manchester City playing with a team like this, after they get two goals, they would say this is the time to actually widen the goal difference that we have with other teams. Instead, Arsenal decided to lay back, stay at the back, basically control the game to the end, and basically just use that strategy to secure the win. It looked comfortable in the beginning, but later it became a huge problem towards the end, and especially after Wolves got one goal back, it became so frustrating for Arsenal, and I can't believe that Arsenal actually lost this. The funny thing is that we all think Arsenal is going to win the league, and they keep showing us that look, you guys probably have too much hope in us. Arsenal dominated the possession in the very beginning. They were very dominant, and that is how they got the first two goals. Like, you dominate a game, and you get two goals, and you think to yourself, why don't I just protect these two goals? Whilst you dominating is how you got the two goals to begin with. It's almost like Arsenal is too scared to kind of go for it. They are so scared. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Arsenal, for some reason, are called the Gunners. They are so bad at shooting from outside the box. Declan Rice tried shooting a couple of balls outside the box, out of target, not on target. They are the Gunners. And they can't shoot outside the box. Can you believe this? They are so bad at actually grabbing games and winning convincingly when everybody starts thinking that they are going to win the league. That is who Arsenal is. It's freaking crazy. Arsenal actually, I think Mikel Arteta, he doesn't seem to inspire a lot of hope in the Arsenal players. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it. That is how it seems like. Because other managers, like even Michael Carrick, who came yesterday, when his boys are down, claps. Hey, let's go, let's go. I mean, when Manchester United beat Arsenal, for instance, when Arsenal equalized, Carrick was like, hey, let's go, we can do this, let's go. The energy is there. Mikel Arteta, actually, when teams are coming at him, he seems frustrated. He looks scared a little bit. That's how it seems to me. And that fear seems to translate to the players. And that is how they seem to be kind of letting these games that they're supposed to win. They keep letting it go. Manchester City is now only 5 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. Manchester City is now losing that game. They might get a draw just like what Arsenal did, but they are now losing that game. And guess what? If they win, it's 2 points behind Arsenal. So is Arsenal gonna sit there for Manchester City to win this league again? It seems like it. Everybody's calling them the bottlers. I'm actually surprised that they are the Gunners, yet they can't shoot. Arsenal can't shoot from anywhere except perfectly calculated and controlled inside the box. I don't get it. Like, you go 2 goals ahead. What makes you think that the best thing to do in this instance is to control the game? You are playing against Wolves. What do you mean by control the game? What are you controlling? The only thing that you should be thinking about is dominating. You dominating Wolves is what got you the first two goals. What makes you think that controlling the game is going to give you the results you're hoping for? Why are you controlling the game against Wolves? They are the bottom of the table. They are going to be relegated. Why are you controlling the game against Wolves? You are not playing against Liverpool. You are not playing against Manchester United. You are not playing against Manchester City for you to say, you know what, let's protect this lead. When you are playing against those low-level teams, not to disrespect Wolves or anything, but they're definitely getting relegated. Not to disrespect them, but when you're playing against those teams, the only thing you should be thinking about as Arsenal is total domination. There is nothing like they might get some possession or they might get some goals or we might want to keep our clean sheet. Oh, there is nothing like that. The only thing you should be thinking about is total domination and alienation, if I'm pronouncing that word correctly. That's the only thing you should be thinking about. Completely wipe them out. I don't know what is wrong with Arsenal's mentality. I just don't know. I mean, is it because they haven't won the league in so long? It's happened to every team. And I don't know, Mikel Arteta, if he gets sacked this season, if Arsenal doesn't win the league, it's beginning to feel normal. It's beginning to feel like, it feels like it. That's how it's beginning to feel. Before, I mean, the guy has been second for what? 2 consecutive seasons? If he becomes second this one as well, it's going to be 3 consecutive seasons. And at this point, if he doesn't win it and he gets sacked, it's going to feel so normal. But before, because he was second for those 2 seasons, if Arsenal fans are to say, oh, we want to sack him, it would sound like, wait a minute, who are you going to replace him with? And do you really think that there's going to be somebody who's going to come in and do as much of a job as Mikel Arteta has done? But now it feels like he deserves it. It feels like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I don't know. Arsenal are the only people who can tell us if they're going to win it or not, because all hope is gone. Because they are scared. They are so scared. If you are not scared, how do you play against Wolves? And we are talking about control. Why are we mentioning control when you're playing against Wolves? Control what? Jesus Christ. Now, Arsenal is going to sit there for Manchester City to win this league. I personally don't want Manchester City to win. I don't want them to win because it's beginning to make the league feel like, oh, this league is very easy for Manchester City. They keep dominating. And that's the reason why I liked it very, very much when Liverpool won, even though they kind of equalized with a title. But I would rather have a different team win than have Manchester City win. It kind of makes the league look too easy, so I personally don't like it. They're so bad at concentrating. I mean, what was wrong with Raya though? It goes back to the fear I was talking about. They are panicking. When Wolves got the first goal, they were panicking. Oh my God. And you know what they're thinking? Oh my God. Are they going to equalize again? Oh my God. Are we going to lose? What's happening? You are Arsenal. You are on top of the league. Why are you panicking? Raya coming out to punch a ball. Gabriel has it. There is no player close to Gabriel. But he's panicking. Oh my God, let me clear this ball before it becomes dangerous. And he ended up turning the ball into something that was very dangerous. And then they got the equalizer. Is Arsenal going to bottle this league? If they're going to bottle it, they should let us know so that we can prepare ourselves. Because as I said, I don't want Manchester City to win, but there is nothing I can do. Arsenal is the only team that can actually do something about it. For some reason, I don't know. Is Arsenal allergic to shooting outside the box? And the only few shots that they are able to take outside the box is not dangerous. It's so harmless. Bakayo Saka, before he became injured, he used to cut in and shoot a lot. Now I don't see it. Declan Rice is the only player that I've seen taking shots outside the box, and it's so harmless. Oh my god, he takes the shot. It's so comfortable for the opposition team. He was taking a couple of shots outside the box. The Wolves players were so relaxed because it was so comfortable. Almost like they're being comforted. Instead of you to dominate. So let's see. Let's see what Arsenal is gonna do. And everybody is gonna be watching Manchester City's game with Newcastle. Because man, I'm going to be playing against. I want Manchester City to lose that game, but it wouldn't have been necessary if Arsenal just won this. But let's see how it goes, and let's see if Manchester City is going to keep taunting Arsenal. But at this point, it's beginning to feel like, oh my God, they might actually be the ones to win it. But there is still even if Manchester City wins against Newcastle, there is still a 2 points difference. Arsenal can still do this if they just let that control go. Kevin De Bruyne, when he was asked about the kind of camps between Bruno Fernandes and Odegaard, Kevin kept saying that he likes Bruno because Bruno is very explosive. He's very, very explosive. But Odegaard, even though his stats at that time was better, he's so controlled. Let me wait for the perfect moment. It has to be perfect. So controlled. And that is Arsenal's problem. That is the reason why they are in the situation they are in right now. They want everything to be perfect, everything to be controlled. Where is the explosion? There are teams that you have to completely dominate and completely explode on them. But Arsenal can do it. So let's see. It's in their hands, but let's see what they do. Let's end this here, and then let's hope that Arsenal can I don't know, go and beat Chelsea and beat Manchester City as well, but who knows. It was good talking about Arsenal. Let's see what Manchester City does in their next game. I'll see you guys on the next one.